topic today. So we've started recording and broadcasting to YouTube. By the way, YouTube viewers, hello. And today we're going to discuss about cryptocurrencies, global changes. Those of you who don't know me, let me introduce myself. So let's put up my business card slide. My name is Ivan Poluyanchik. I'm head of the Crypto Smart Portfolio project in our ecosystem Evorich, which embraces a number of companies. I have quite an extensive experience in different walks of life. I studied as a psychologist, as a teacher. I'm a calisthenics coach. I've been working in the field of active sales for quite some time. I first worked in the sales of software, insurance products. Since 2012, I've been an individual entrepreneur. And in 2014, I started thinking that one should not only learn how to earn money, but also to multiply. And that's where my journey of a private investor started. In 2015, I came across the direct sales business and the MLCI business, multi-level crowd investing. In 2017, I first learned about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies in general, and last year, all of that experience was put together, and the Academy hired me to deliver lessons classes on that topic. And so far, I have completed quite a lot of courses and trainings, such as Master Profi, FSRS certificate, which is a invest consulting courses issued by the Russian regulator. I graduated from the invest consulting courses, and I keep on improving my knowledge in finance, cryptocurrencies, investments. You can read more information about me online. You can find lots of different information about me. The topic of today's presentation, of today's Zoom call, is as follows. We are going to look into the news and trends in the cryptocurrency market. And I'm sure that many people want to know what's going on, because what's going on is not something that makes us happy. I'm talking about the global developments and the developments in the cryptocurrency market in particular. But I'm sure that many people were affected by the current developments in the world. And this is my first question to you, dear participants, and tell us in the chat, please. Give us a score from 1 to 100. How strongly the events of the current year adversely affected your life, such as the inflation rate, price rise, cryptocurrency plummeting, maybe monetary losses, probably the situation in Ukraine. So give me a score from 1 to 100, how strongly it affected you. Whether you feel any significant or maybe insignificant changes in your lives in terms of finance, in terms of your everyday life. E tanta gente vedo. Oh, I'm sorry. Lots of people I see are writing 50-50 in the Italian room, in the Russian room. Some people say 70%, 40%, 35%. Yeah, we all see that there have been some great influences happening and developments that influence us in the world. And the next subject for discussion will be how to make money on cryptocurrency market in the most efficient ways. Currently, I think it is going to be very interesting. By the way, I will also present to you the index portfolio that I'm responsible for, the project that I'm responsible for, and then we will tell you about the business opportunities in the ecosystem Evorich. Especially, it will be useful for those who realize that the current market and situation is affecting people all over the world. Now let's talk about the technology development in general. Here I prepared a number of photographs for you to have a visual representation of how different technologies developed. So just note, the car industry, one of the first cars were steam engine based. In the middle, we have, I guess, a sample of the internal combustion engine, burning fossil fuel to generate energy to propel the car forward. And then we can see a more or less modern car. And then we can see the same with phones. And now remember that we have a computer combined with a phone in one simple device, which is our smartphone. So we can not only call, but also send messages, check our emails, watch movies, play video games. So a computer and the phone are now the same device. And as you can see, the development of those technologies is quite significant. I mean, the difference between what it originally was and what we have today. So the reason I'm showing you this slide is for you to understand where we are at vis-a-vis the cryptocurrency market. So if we take the cryptocurrency industry, including the blockchain industry, the different tokens, and so on and so forth, we need to understand what level we are at. So give me a number from 1 to 3. Number 1 is the very beginning of it, 2 is the middle of it, and 3 is the mass or large-scale application of all the blockchain technologies. So tell me at which stage we're at, 1, 2, or 3, as far as the crypto technologies are concerned. Give me a number in the chat, please. Again, 1 is we are at the very beginning of our journey. 2, the market is already more or less developed. And 3, we're already at the peak of the development of cryptocurrency technologies, blockchain technologies, and mass large-scale application. I can see some people are saying 3 in the English chat. 1, I see a 2 as well. What about the Russian chat? I see Marina in the Russian chat that thinks that we're already at number 3. It's like you are comparing blockchain technologies to a modern car, which means that almost every family is now using blockchain technologies, like it is with cars. There are many 3s in the Spanish chat. Okay. Now, for Spanish audience, maybe our Spanish audience did not quite understood the question. 1 is the lowest level, 2 is we're in the middle of the journey, and 3, we're at the end of the journey. We are at the peak of it, meaning like every child, every senior citizen have already their cryptocurrency and crypto wallet. Then you should put 3. This is when you should put 3. If we're talking about cars, we can definitely say that almost every household in a developed country has a car. Or, for example, almost every household has a mobile phone, or every even person, even children have a mobile phone. And my opinion in the blockchain technologies, as far as the blockchain technologies are concerned, we still have lots of ground to cover. And I wanted to know your opinion. So do you think we're in the very beginning of the journey, like that steam engine-based car, or the first like telegraph devices, or we are quite developed already, and the technology is so developed that it is present almost in every household? Because the second type of the car on the slide wasn't in every household, whereas the third car, a modern day car, is nothing out of extraordinary, and almost every household has a car like that. And now let's go to the next slide and see what we have here. So please note what the blockchain and technologies and cryptocurrencies sector represents. It's not only creating coins, mining and trading, it's also smart contracts. Contracts that allow us automate several token-related transactions. It's decentralized platforms, NFTs, non-fungible tokens. And of course, we're talking about the development of meta universe. And I know that I'm sure that all of you already heard that Facebook was rebranded, renamed into Meta, because the company is moving towards the meta universe and they're aiming to become a global meta universe. So what I wanted to point out here is that one of the fundamental factors, let's go to the next slide, please, is that here you can see the schematic development of a human being. And the same principle applies to markets as well. For example, on the left, you can see an NSP 500, which is the index for the development of the US economy, one of the biggest economies in the world. You can do the same with regards to China or India. We're talking about some growing developing markets here. And if we consider review the countries over decades, those countries are continuously developing better and better. Of course, in some specific intervals, there have been downfalls and declines. But if we take a look at the entire history, then we are continuously developing, striving towards something better. We're improving. And that's why we are now driving cars instead of riding horses. And that's why we are flying planes. And that's why we're using Master and Visa cards to pay for our groceries instead of carrying around pouches with gold coins. And if we take a look at the development of the history of the development of the technologies, let's take the internal combustion engine. It wasn't invented that long ago, but now it's almost at its peak of its development, and it is now installed in all the cars. And now we are moving from the internal combustion engine to the electrical motors, which is yet another step, another stage in the development of car building industry. Although probably the internal combustion engine has not yet peaked in its development, but we're still transitioning to electric cars, and probably will still be using internal combustion engines. And I wanted to say the same about the cryptocurrency development and blockchain development. So on the right chart, you can see the overall market capitalization of all the cryptocurrencies taken together. It's a crypto equivalent of the NSP 500. And I want you to see the similarities. And the similarity here is that it's always going up. So the bottom line is that they will be developing, they will be going up. And if we take a look at the NSP 500 chart, then on this chart, you might not even notice the global crisis that happened in the American economy over the entire history. But that chart includes the Great Depression times in the United States. It also includes the dot-com crisis, mortgage crisis of 2008. It also reflects the pandemic crisis, and it's not even noticeable compared to other peaks and troughs. And the current decline of 20% of the stock market, just please note that on that overall chart, it's not that noticeable. And if you consider the entire human history, the history of the development of human beings, we all realize that we're not going to degrade or go down. Our task is to develop and continue traveling between planets or across the solar system in the future, I'm sure. While now we're traveling across the world, it's not that far, the time when we're gonna travel in the solar system. And the cryptocurrencies is just one element of the blockchain technologies industry. Tokens that we exchange today have perform mostly the function of money. Basically, we exchange some units and we assign value to those units, and the entire functionality of the cryptocurrency market comes down to settlement purposes. Trading, paying for electricity, to mine coins, and to sell those coins at a certain price. Currently, the cryptocurrency market is a way to attract investments, raise funds to implement projects. And as for the practical application, functional application of those technologies, there are very few products that use them. Mostly those products are virtual, and we're going to talk about it further down the line. Just imagine a picture. All the people are riding horses, and all of a sudden you see a loud, terrible cart with a steam engine that makes lots of noise and is cracking, and people would ask, like, why would we need it? If we ride a horse, it will take us far less time than driving this strange cart. But over time, riding a horse became less and less relevant, less and less useful. People still ride horses, probably for sports reasons, for entertainment purposes, but now to travel around, we use cars and not horses anymore. And I want you to understand, let's go to the next slide, please, that our world today is on the verge of the fourth industrial revolution, which is Industry 4.0. The first stage was the steam engines, then the conveyor belt production. The third, Industry 3.0, was automation of production, and Industry 4.0 is decentralization and different cyber-physical systems, the Internet of Things, the Wi-Fi, omnipresent. Like 10 years ago, it was very difficult to imagine that we could have a webinar like we're having today. I guess even 5 years ago, it wasn't really feasible to have a webinar like we're having today, online Zoom webinar. Well, there was no software, or the internet, the bandwidth was not good enough. And now the bandwidth and the omnipresence of the internet made it possible. And let's take pictures, for example. Pictures can be easily taken. Moreover, they can be monetized by converting them into an NFT token. Also, now we are rethinking the copyright property, thanks to blockchain technologies, NFT tokens, decentralization, and encryption. And similarly, like, you today cannot imagine all the cars to disappear and all of us starting riding horses again. But we simply can't. I don't know what needs to happen for that. What needs to happen for us to start riding horses again, to travel around. And I'm sure people in the future will be thinking the same about us. Like, guys, how did you even manage to live without blockchain technologies? Like, kids of today cannot imagine their lives without mobile phones. And I think that most of the people present here, if you remember your childhood, I'm sure that you remember that you didn't have a mobile phone when you were a child. And now children in kindergartens already know how to use a mobile phone and use it. They know how to connect to the internet, how to watch cartoons on YouTube and streaming services. And it's important to understand that blockchain technologies affect the changes in the world, but their influence is not that yet significant. And what we can see today, in my opinion, is just the very beginning of the birth of those changes. Because those companies, those people who develop those technologies, they are just setting the direction, the pace, the vector. They're showing, laying the course, and specific solutions, global solutions, are not yet there, but they will come. And those people who understand that, they understand why they should be investing in this particular area. Let's move on. Let's go to the next slide, please. Okay, the main news and trends that happened in 2022, in the last half a year. We saw the rise of different NFT projects, such as Step N. It's like walk and learn, or learn and earn, or walk and earn, learn and earn. And now, thanks to the NFT market and this indirect application of that, mass scale application of that technology, this year, this rise of such projects gives a signal to a huge number of developers, companies, that start understanding how you can use blockchain technologies for mass consumption. If we go back to several years ago, then the main application of the blockchain technologies and cryptocurrencies was to buy and sell, or get money or raise money to implement a project or an idea. We're talking about purely payment and settlement purposes. And the rise of such projects as Step N showed that lots of people, thanks to blockchain technologies and thanks to NFT tokens and NFT technologies based on blockchain technologies, can start walking, running, jogging, swimming, or you can make them do that because they will earn doing that. On the one hand, it's quite interesting that you can influence quite a lot of people in such a way. On the other hand, it's not that long-standing. It won't last long, because we are, after all, a consumerism society. And Step N is more like a hype project. People came in, rushed in, but in the long run, it will not grow roots, I think, because there is no actual practical value. It brought practical value to people who used to walk before the Step N, who used to jog or walking before this project. Those projects appeared. And then when the project appeared, they just got their extra source of revenue. But those people who rushed in because of the hype of the news, because of the rise of popularity or some trends, because it's cryptocurrency, because it is NFT, they took a lot of actions, but the current result is not as significant as the one that people who used to walk before got. So another important news is hacking of the running network. It's a big blockchain. It's a game by hacking into, it's a blockchain-based, NFT-based game, by hacking which perpetrators stole quite a lot of money. Let me tell you a few words about it. There have been hackings of the blockchain before that. Even the Ethereum network was hacked. And after that, there was a split, Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, because some of the things had to be adjusted in a centralized way. Exchanges are hacked into the blockchain code itself, unless the blockchain is really new or raw, newly created by the company, like Solana. For example, Solana blockchain is new. It's not perfect, and it is subject to continuous changes and improvements, and it had to be stopped on several occasions. So the creation of this product is still an ongoing process. And by hacking that game, the offenders, the perpetrators, stole quite a lot of money. But to steal money is just a small part of the problem. Which is more difficult is to cash in that money and legalize it. So the farther we go, the more difficult it becomes to cash in that money. The fall of Terra Luna blockchain and the stablecoin UST. This is yet another thing that strongly affected the cryptocurrency world in terms of stablecoins and companies that were considered reliable in the blockchain cryptocurrency world turned out not to be reliable. Just note, step N, people came in to earn money and they thought they would earn quite a lot of them, but few people really made a lot of money. Those people who joined at the early stages and started working before others, they made a lot of money. And those who purchased those sneakers in January or February, I don't think they will pay off their investments. Probably they will, but you have to sweat quite a lot. The hacking of the running network, yeah, quite a lot of money was lost. The fall of Terra, again, it's market manipulations. Those are three different examples how unreliable the market can be and how still underdeveloped the market is and how early it is in its development journey. Of course, this year showed that there is nothing really stable or reliable in this world, and the sanctions and the response measures and the conflicts between the countries create quite a lot of problems, both for the stock market and for investments in general into real estate. The politics is a quite a strong influencing factor on finance, or the other way around. And this year has been quite unstable, and the blockchain industry showed that there were quite a lot of factors that required security, reliability, and so on. And I can identify a number of trends that are in store for us in the near future. The main trend for the next 3 to 5 years is regulation. Please note that over the last 2 years, after the imposition of sanctions and the situation between Russia, Europe, and the United States, they started talking about regulating cryptocurrencies, and many countries have started using regulations and implementing legislative acts and laws that aim to regulate blockchain industry, including mining, ICOs, investing, the listing of tokens, creation of tokens, who can create tokens, who cannot. Quite recently, in Japan or in Korea, a law was adopted on who can mint or print stable coins. especially now, very special attention is paid to stablecoins after the fall of Terra. Why? I will explain it to you later. The next trend is the metaverses and unlimited consumption of information products. Here, I wanted to give you this kind of example. If we take Coca-Cola company or such brands as McDonald's, those companies, those brands, they are already at the limit of their consumption. Coca-Cola cannot produce more products than people can consume on this planet. So there is some limit of consumption. And when your consumption is limited by the country, then you have an unlimited market outside your country, be it the United States, China. One thing is the domestic consumption, a product that it is, for example, consumed only in China, and it is a totally different matter if this product is consumed globally. And as for the metaverse, in the virtual world, there is no limit to consumption of any product. The turnover of the product can be bigger and faster. And inside the metaverse, the virtual world, one can burn products. One can manipulate those products. You can limit its duration, its shelf life, and do lots of other things that we cannot even fathom today. Last month, I had a chat with one of the specialists in the metaverses and NFT tokens. He's a very smart, advanced guy who went to an event together in Minsk, and he spoke from stage there, and he's going to speak at the end of this month as well. I'm going to go see him again, and he gave quite an interesting vision of all those metaverses and NFT tokens. And it's like, let me ask you this question. Do you think TV and TV commercials or YouTube commercials, whom does it irritate most? So give me a 5 in the chat if you are irritated by TV commercials or YouTube online commercials. If not, then give me a 0 if you think that it's okay to be literally bombarded by ads online or on TV. Give me a 5 if you are irritated with the TV commercials or online ads. Yes, I see everyone is giving me 5s here. And now imagine that you have a metaverse, and because you realize that through ads, they try to impose or make you want to buy goods or services. They try to motivate you towards buying something. And now imagine that you have a metaverse where you are in like a cube space where every side is a TV, and you have dozens, hundreds, and thousands more ads than you can see today. When you have 1 minute of useful information and 100 minutes of ads, commercials. So this is what metaverses and NFTs are about. And now if you feel terror and fear, give me a 10 in the chat if you understand what I mean. So imagine this picture, that you are in a room full of TV sets where all the sides are TVs, and you are literally surrounded by ads. So this is what metaverse versus and NFTs are. So there is a chance that we're going to be submerged into a huge industry of sales of a huge number of info products. In the English chat, I see people didn't understand me.
Yes, I see that it is fine. I see your fives. Well, metaverse and unlimited consumption will be a matter of our preparedness, how the society will use it, as we can use different tools, for instance, advertising for the good or for the better. We may advertise high quality or bad quality products. We may abuse or not abuse. The advertising could be on time, high quality, or it could be imposed. It could be aggressively pushed, or it could be soft. And the same applies to NFT and metaverse market. Whether they will impact seriously our world, it depends on us, the consumers, whether we will be sensitive to it. And another trend is widespread of CBDC. So they are central currencies of central banks. For instance, stable coins and cryptocurrencies today do not belong to banks. They are not owned by banks and the governments. And in a short run, quite promptly, many countries announce the development, and the Russian Federation is already testing, and next year it plans to pilot CBDCs, so digital currencies of central banks, they are called. And now blockchain is a possibility to be independent from the centralized systems, such as banks and the governments. And in a short run, this or that way, whether you want it or not, we all will have a wallet, a crypto wallet of the bank of your country, of the United States, of Kazakhstan, and through your money, they will keep you under control. Now they keep us under control by using our passports, our IDs, real estate registries. You have employment records because you have a job, and etc. And by using all these systems, the government is in the control of how many citizens it has, their status, whether they need any benefits, whether they are employed or unemployed, whether they are law-abiding citizens or not. And through this control, the government may optimize its work. And these digital currencies of the central banks will elevate this control to a higher level, radically different level. I will give you an example. Early this summer, there are graduation ceremonies. So in the Russian Federation, in CIS member states, children graduate from schools and they have this graduation celebration. And when they celebrate their graduation, there is a ban for the shops to sell alcohol. So people still buy this alcohol because they buy it in advance. So it doesn't work, this measure doesn't work properly, but it is in place. And a person over the specific period of time may not go to a shop and buy some alcohol. And now imagine a situation that the shop doesn't need to put a banner that there is a ban on alcohol because there is graduation of school children. And the central bank, in this case, in his application, will simply tick a ban on alcohol selling. You come to a cashier, you may buy everything, but you may not pay for this alcohol because in your shopping basket you have some alcohol. And until you take it out of your basket, the smart contract will not let you through and you won't do it. So smart contracts do not need any advertising or any bans. So this is the control, and the government will be able to regulate the economy in a more efficient way. On the one hand, this is positive. On the other hand, it could be negative. On the one hand, the government can have a strong control to get rid of fraudsters, of money laundering, but on the other hand, it strengthens the control, the monitoring. It makes us more dependent on the system, and there are advantages and disadvantages. So a person in the Russian-speaking chat says that one of the advantages of cryptocurrencies is no control. But please believe me, anonymity, for instance, and control, anonymity of cryptocurrencies is truly as part of blockchain. Yes, you are anonymous, but on blockchain. But when you want to get beyond blockchain to the real world, while you own Bitcoin, you are anonymous. But as soon as you would like to buy a sandwich by using your Bitcoin, you're not anonymous anymore, because you physically come to a canteen, to a shop where there is the camera recording, or there is the QR code used as in the pandemic times. So they will not let you through, whereas now you will be controlled through your wallets, and not all the bank cards now work because of the sanctions. So these digital currencies of the central banks will improve the control, whether we want it or not, but it would be a reality. Why? Because the technology enables to do it, and the governments, the banks, they will not keep their eyes shut on this technology. They will never say we won't use this technology because people need anonymity. No, quite opposite. They are interested in getting rid of this anonymity, and this is another trend. And we need to understand it, whether we want it or not, whether we like it or not. But when you commute to your work, you don't ride horses. And you don't have a bag with golden coins. You have a Visa or MasterCard in your pocket, and your salary is transferred to a bank account. So therefore, don't be naive believing that cryptocurrency is about anonymity. If you try to be against the system, you will look silly in the eyes of others. But to use the system in a most efficient way and to benefit from it, this is a smart approach. I hope it is clear. Why am I saying this? I want you to understand where we go. Okay, let's move on. And now let's come back to the analysis of some case studies. So we spent quite a lot of time on fundamental analysis for you to understand what are the global trends. And as of to date, the situation in the crypto market is as follows. If we take all the cryptocurrencies combined, 43%, Bitcoin accounts for 43%. Ethereum, it accounts for the 17%. And most currencies are in stable coins. So USDT, USDC, BUSD. So as of the 3rd of July, Tether, USD Coin, and BNB, Binance USD, these are 3 stable coins, and they have more money invested than Ethereum, cryptocurrency number 2 on the market. So Ethereum accounts for 14% of the market. And if we compare the cryptocurrencies, top cryptocurrencies, in 2014, top 10 of cryptocurrencies was as follows, out of which 96% of all the money was in Bitcoin. And Bitcoin by that time was mined because it is being mined, and every year it is mined more and more. And now more Bitcoins have been mined. It costs more expensive, but its share is getting less. And in 2014, it's not a newborn baby. It is not even born. So it has been only started. The cell has started. And in 2018, top 10 cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin is number 1, but its share is half of the market, not the majority share. And out of all the cryptocurrencies in 2014, in 2018, only XRP stayed, and USDT, well known, emerged, and USDT, and was only 1% of the market share in 2018. USDC and Binance USD in 2018, in July 2018 in particular, these tokens did not exist as such. Whereas today, the 3 cryptocurrencies, 3 stable coins, are the second by its market share if combined together. They are the second in the market share. And out of the currencies in existence in 2014, only XRP remained. So it was in 2014, 2018, 2022. It is still in top 10. Although everyone understands that XRP is a cryptocurrency that is associated with the banking sector. So blockchain for the banking information exchange. Now I'd like to draw your attention to Cardano. This is a fundamental blockchain. Last year there was Solana, BNB token. This is a token of Binance Exchange. Ethereum, this is the largest, one of the first blockchains with smart contracts, and subject to all its faults, it is still the second on the market. And most important thing to understand is the following. Should you come to the market in 2014 and invested into any of these top 10 cryptocurrencies, only one out of these currencies would allow you to make money in 2022. So only few of them, Bitcoin, XRP, remained in the top. And let's be honest, without Elon Musk, even Dogecoin would not be here. where I'm heading, I mean that in 2-3 years, this top list will change. You will not recognize it. And you cannot even imagine which cryptocurrency will be in the top. Maybe there won't be Bitcoin anymore in this top list sometime after, quite likely. Many people don't believe in Bitcoin. And there are a lot of preconditions that the situation will change dramatically. But it's important to understand that the market as such and the industry at large will develop. Next slide. And now I'd like to tell you about the 4 most reliable ways to make money in crypto market. And I'd like you to take off these rosy glasses, if you know what I mean. So, I don't want you to be naive. I want you to understand clearly that making money and investing are opposite. Making money means creating a product and sell it, whereas investing is a long-term continuous process which aims at getting income in future. And this income is not guaranteed, whereas money making is a process of producing goods, works, or services and getting income from selling, from satisfying the needs of the consumers, of the clients. A person comes and says, I want to build a wall. And you say, the price is $100. He gives you $100 and you build this wall of bricks. And this is money making. Whereas investing is when I invest my money, give my money to someone, and he says, I may build or may not build a wall. And I should anticipate, forecast whether he will build it or not, whether he would be able to sell this wall or not, whether it would be of any value or not. And coming back to 4 most reliable ways to make money in crypto market are the following. So they are the following. First of all, learning to trade on crypto market. There are a lot of trainings on different topics such as Launchpad, NFT, trading, etc. And this is the industry. So the person who provides training will make money because he sells the course. And the person who buys the course will make money only in case he applies this knowledge in reality, if he studies well and he will apply his skills in practice. Do you all agree that all those people who take courses on trading, not everyone makes money? So there is no training course that gives you 100% guarantee. So we are all different. Some people are better or worse. And look, at university, there are 10 doctors, surgeons, but one surgeon is better than the other. If you agree with what I mean, please give me 5 in the chat. The second most reliable way to make money in the crypto market is to take any product, blockchain product, and sell it for commission, for remuneration. So it includes different affiliate programs, bloggers who charge money for promotion or sales. So when you work as a salesperson on the exchange, you phone the potential clients to list their token, for instance. Or you make money by organizing some events on blockchain. So you get your money paid, no matter whether tokens will get up or down in price. The third most reliable way is to learn how to become a blockchain programmer and get a job for a salary, no matter whether it will cost something. So you are employed, you are paid a salary, you program, you write a code in the morning, in the afternoon, but in the evening you have a rest. And the fourth reliable way to do it is to create your own business. You employ programmers, you make a product, you hire sellers, and you market this product to your clients. You recruit clients, you invest into the promotions, advertising, and start your business. Business may be a failure or a success, but the business itself is the way to make money, much more money, rather than having a job. And you may choose a company, a network company, for instance, so well-known network companies, or create a network business. You invite partners, you recruit them, you create the duplication system, and you run your business. I believe this is a form of business. So there is the network business and the traditional business or conventional business, because business may be on blockchain and on new technologies. So these are 4 most reliable ways to make money in blockchain industry. If you invest into the tokens, no one will ever guarantee that one day Bitcoin will cost 1 million. I believe in this because I rely on my knowledge, the analysis I made, which makes me believe that Bitcoin one day would cost 1 million. I see the preconditions for this, and my knowledge makes me believe that it will be expensive. I invest into cryptocurrencies because I see the overall development trends on the market. But making money, money making, and investing are 2 different things. So if my idea, my explanation is clear, and you definitely understand now that these are 2 different things, give me 2 in the chat box. If you understand that investing into crypto and making money on crypto, they are 2 different things. Let's move on. Okay, so what is a smart portfolio? Now, let's talk a bit about the product I am in charge of. Smart Portfolio is an automated system that operates on Binance and Huobi exchanges by using API keys. So it's quite similar to trading bots and algorithm, but it is a system which helps you build a well-balanced portfolio on crypto exchange. None of us can keep the information in his mind about 100 cryptocurrencies and analyze this every day. So while I'm running this webinar on CoinMarketCap, there are another 2, 3, 5 new tokens come up. So, and which of them will be in top 100? None of us can predict this. Smart Portfolio is a service, is a system which helps you build a balanced portfolio. It balances this portfolio automatically every 7, 14, 21, 30 days. You set it up. There is no trading. There is no fast profit. This is a tool which helps you to save your time, efforts, and funding rather than you invest into the entire crypto market. So you may save a lot of time rather than look for a magical coin. I don't want to waste my time. Smart Portfolio allows me to be sure and certain that my crypto portfolio on the exchange is established and balanced. And 1, 2, 3 years after, there will be new cryptocurrencies. If there is no Bitcoin, I don't care, because even 3 years after, my portfolio will be balanced with top 100 cryptocurrencies, and Smart Portfolio keeps track of this. So the price of this service is $1,200 a year, 1,200. So this is an advanced version. So there is a limited or a shortened one. So it is $25 a week. $25 a week, and non-analyst will work with you. A service gives you an opportunity after paying this amount to build your crypto portfolio. It does not generate profits. It does not keep track of the price. So it keeps tracks of the market. If the market gets up, so your portfolio grows. If it gets down, so it reduces. So the Smart Portfolio keeps track of the relevance and balance of your portfolio. For the minimum amount to work, this portfolio, this tool, needs on the exchange account the amount of $600 and above. And this way, the minimum amount of money you need is $1,340. So if you buy a shortened version, so it will be $740. So my recommendation is 5,000. So if you have 5,000 to spare, then this tool is for you. If you are not if you don't have this amount, if you are not ready to invest this amount, then this tool is not for you. So if you have $100, then you are welcome. There are a lot of different cryptocurrencies. You may study and buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and there are a lot of other products which can actually make you earn $5,000 in future.
So this is my personal experience. And last year, thanks to this instrument, I disregarded ups and downs. I invested money. I purchased this portfolio. I made money myself. From $6,500. I made $9,600 in a couple of months. Yes, there was a decline in the market. I was in the negative, and then I went into the positive territory. So it's all about timing. When you enter, when you exit. It's investing. It's not about earning money. It's a planning, it's strategy, and I have a result. And if I was able to achieve that, then anyone, you can achieve that as well. Let's go to the next slide, please. And those people who take the correct approach to using this instrument show a result as well. So these are the snapshots from real accounts of people who purchased the instrument. In the back office, you have a spreadsheets that you can use to record your performance. Someone made $2,500, someone $4,000, someone $5,000. I mean, sorry, $1,000, $3,000, $1,000. It depends again on the timing, how you worked with that instrument, when you entered, when you exited. We will show it to you during our next lessons when you purchase the package. Let's go to the next slide, please. So to purchase this product, you need to meet several requirements. First, you need to set up a Binance account or Huobi. Then you register, you verify, you top it up with $600, you create your API keys, then you register in Evorich, API CRU UGPay, and then you set up the service. Basically, configure the strategy. All the video tutorials and instructions are on our YouTube channel. There is nothing difficult about it. Let's go to the next slide. Only action gets result. No matter how much we talk about cryptocurrencies, unless you start doing something, you will not get a result. Let's go to the next slide. And if you don't have, say, $5,000, then the Evorich ecosystem can help you earn that money. And remember those 4 ways of reliably making money out of cryptocurrency market. Evorich also offers such opportunities for you. If you don't have $5,000 to purchase this instrument, with topping up plus the license, you can make that money, $1,000, $2,000. First, it's training in investing, trading, and online business through the sale of Evorich courses. We have lots of courses, $1 million partners, a invest consultant or profi investor. Then you can create a network of distributors who will use and sell products of the Evorich ecosystem. And we have lots of such instruments, such as Connexio, EvoSend program that you can purchase and sell. We're talking about physical product. It's a high level, high quality niche perfume plus token points. Smart portfolio. It's also a product, a service that you or your friends can use. NDE, digital guarantees, smart cards, I decide, lots of products that you can promote and make money. And also you can work in the company as a specialist. For example, we are in need of programmers, marketers. We're in need of people who will help us with translations, with other tasks that the company might have for you if you are a good specialist. Also, you can create your own products using ecosystem services. You can use the global unit pay as a payment service, blockchain, Cryptounit as the place where you can launch and create your tokens, and Unitex exchange to list your tokens and make money from it. So you can create your own business thanks to the ecosystem products that Evorich has to offer. So here we have 4 ways, business opportunities that you can get in the Evorich ecosystem to make money. Let's go to the next slide, please. As for the smart portfolio, so how can you make enough money to afford yourself a smart portfolio? The first thing you need to do is to understand how this instrument works, what stock indexes are, what is the market capitalization, what is the company capitalization is. So you get information about how it works. Then you share that information with others. You can invite them to webinars. And then the information that I gave you today, you can, by the way, break it down. You can explore it deeply. You can invite other people to our webinars. And those who will show interest can be invited to a detailed product presentation where they learn how it works, how to make money from it. You help those people to register within our system. And then if they want to purchase the license, you can help them pay for that license. And you will get from 5 to 8% from your personal sales, which is from $37 to $96 from every license sold. All you have to do is to sell 40 to 60 licenses, and you will have $3,000 to buy the license and to make a deposit on your Binance account. Not every salesperson in a store makes $3,000, but many salespeople sell more than 40, 60 products a month. Goods, products, commodities. A salesperson in a shop can sell that much in 1 hour of different goods. So if you build your business with a team, your partnership business, then if in your affiliate network you have from 100 to 1,000 people purchasing this product, depending on the level, you can make $3,000 easily. If your network altogether sells from 100 to 800 licenses without even your direct involvement using the multi-level marketing system. Next slide, please. Let's see if we have any questions. I will literally take a couple of questions from the chat. Let's see, guys, if you have any questions. We will take 2 questions from each chat, okay? So guys, write your questions in the chat box, in the English, Spanish, Italian, Russian. So how do you plan to connect Smart Portfolio to Coinbase? Well, it's a good question. Right now, there are works being carried out to connect this portfolio to other exchanges. I cannot give you any deadlines, but work is in progress. Probably there will be other options, other exchanges, other sources for as many people as possible to be able to purchase this product and use it. There is some inside information that I cannot share with you right now. However, there is some interesting news that in the near future, it will be available to more people than it is available today. Let's see what other questions we have. Anyone? Do we have any other questions? Let's see. We have a question from the Spanish room, if I may. So what is going to happen to those contracts that are about to expire and they haven't yet yielded any profit? Well, obviously, they will stop balancing your portfolio and they will no longer synchronize your portfolio with the current market situation. The cryptocurrencies in your exchange account will stay as they are. If you don't change anything, the market will grow and your cryptocurrencies will cost more. However, the question is, will all the cryptocurrencies grow in your portfolio? For example, right now you have top 50 cryptocurrencies that the service has been balancing for you. 50 top cryptocurrencies. You can pay for the service for 1 more year, and the service will continue working for 1 more year. Let's say in 1 year, the market can grow or it can fall. But in 1 year, those 50 cryptocurrencies that you have today might not necessarily still remain in the top 50. There might be shifts in the rating. Some of them will grow, others will not. Some of them might even disappear. So please understand that you will not lose the assets themselves. You will lose the opportunity to balance those coins. So you can sell all of the cryptocurrencies and invest them into Bitcoin, waiting for the Bitcoin to grow. Maybe it will grow in 1 year, 2 years, probably in 3 years. I don't know. But I know that sooner or later, even if you don't do anything, you will still make way more money than the smart portfolio costs. Let me give you a simple example. You purchase in February, you deposit 2,000 on the exchange, you pay 1,200 for the license, and now instead of 2,000, you have 1,000 on your Binance account. And you might think, how bad, I lost money. But let me tell you this, even if you don't pay to extend the license, but still keep the top cryptocurrencies without cashing out, probably 1, 2, 3, even 5 out of 50 or 100 in several years will give you 4 or 5 X's, and you will get your 5, 6, probably $10,000 out of them. But by then, you might regret not extending the subscription, the license. But some of the cryptocurrencies right now can appear right now. Tomorrow, it will make it to the top 50, the day after tomorrow into the top 30, and 2 days later, it might become top 10. And you will lose that opportunity. And there have been several such examples over the past year. If you compare your portfolio when you bought it and your current portfolio, you will see that almost all the coins have changed, the ratio or the coins themselves. So this is the main task of the service, is to make sure that your portfolio is relevant. It doesn't actually earn you a profit, but it makes sure that the ever-developing market is reflected by your portfolio, that your coins are from the top list of coins. Imagine that you are in the Forbes list. So the question is, in order to remain in the Forbes list as a millionaire, you simply have to pay for subscription to that magazine. And if you stop paying the subscription to the magazine, you will simply be removed from the list, and your reputation might suffer. Probably you will have a little less money, making a little less money compared to when you are in the Forbes list. But the logic here is that you will still make money. You will not lose. So what matters is that you should not cash out your assets cheaply or sell your assets cheaply. Right now, the market is in decline. But you can wait out for the market to recover and take profit, or you can cut your losses, but it's up to you. It will be your decision based on your fears or your ignorance or lack of knowledge. I know for sure that sooner or later I will make a profit. It's a matter of time, when and how much. It's up to me even, not to the market. I'm sure that the market will grow. I might either make a lot or quite a lot. It all depends on how patient I am. So someone says, could you please give us a recording to link to the recording? We will. So we have a comment in the Spanish room that all the people in the Spanish chat, I guess, would like to extend their subscription. Well, for you to extend the subscription, you need simply to pay for it. What I recommend is not simply to wait for the market to grow, but to accumulate the assets while they're cheap. And the smart portfolio will balance the coins for you, and your task is to make money out of it and move them to the exchange. So top up your account and then buy the coins without thinking what coin will take off in 2023. I don't care what coin will take off. I don't care which coin will show the biggest performance. My task is to earn enough cash to invest it in crypto and for the smart portfolio to balance it for me. I'm now focused on when or how to make money to buy cryptocurrency cheaply. Right now, I'm doing this webinar and I'm giving you the opportunity to take the product, sell it to others, make money out of it, invite your friends, your acquaintances. So if you purchased cryptocurrency expensively and now it's cheap, those who will purchase that product from you, they will make more money faster, they will be satisfied, and they will buy it once more, extend the subscription. It's like you buying a car and several days later, it became cheaper. This particular model or make became cheaper. Or for example, you purchased a product and 2 days later, you saw a discount on that product. And then you come to your friend and say, look, I bought this product. It's so cool. And now it's on discount at that shop. Go buy it. It's so cool. It's very useful. I'm using it. And now you have a chance to buy it cheaply. And you make a commission out of it. And then I use that commission from the sale. And you know what I do? I cash it in and I deposit that money on my exchange. And then my smart portfolio will balance that money for me. So the Spanish chat is asking for more webinars in Spanish. I will gladly conduct such webinars on a daily basis if we see sales of those products, because after all, we need to pay to interpreters, to moderators, technical personnel. So guys, whether we want it or not, but for us to be able to conduct more webinars, give more information, we need more activity. So my personal impression here is that this product will allow a huge number of people to quickly, well, not even quickly, but reliably join the cryptocurrency industry and stay in the top for a long time, not run around waiting for a magic silver bullet or magic coin, but be like Warren Buffett. You sit on a chair, you put money on the exchange, you buy the service, and you simply observe those swings like, like a grandfather watching his grandchild swinging on a swing up and down. The swing is swinging, but the child is growing, becoming bigger, smarter. And you, like that grandfather or grandmother, invest money into your smart portfolio, and the smart portfolio is making sure that the child does not fall off the swing. You see? Do you have any more questions? Regarding the Paxaro app, someone asked about it. Paxaro app doesn't work. Well, Paxaro is the team that develops this product. So the product is called Smart Portfolio, and the Paxaro is the team that developed that product. So we are selling Paxaro's license. Okay, that's the difference. So Smart Portfolio works. Paxaro is the team. I hope that that's clear. So we have a company that develops the algorithm, the coding behind the Smart Portfolio. Our company sells their licenses. And imagine there is a company, Alibaba, and they have a product, a platform, AliExpress, to make it clear. Or, for example, sometimes the name of the company can be different from the brand name. The actual name of the company, the legal name of the company, can be different from the brand. Or, for example, you can call the company in any way you like, but the product will be called in a different way. I don't know, like the Nike company produces sneakers. It's not sneakers company, it's Nike company. So Paxaro is the name of the team of the company that develops different software products, such as Smart Portfolio. Do you have any more questions? Could you please give me some feedback? Guys, could you please tell me, or anyone, any questions? We still have some time. If not, then we can wrap it up. So seemingly we don't have any questions in the English chat, no questions in the Spanish chat. Okay, and no questions in the Italian. Okay, guys, now it's time for your feedback. Please give me a score from 1 to 10, whether you liked or found valuable the information that I gave you today, whether there was anything new that you learned today, from 1 to 10, guys. Or someone gave like 10 million or 100 million. Okay, thank you very much for your feedback. For us to be able to have such webinars more often, we need to increase our sales volumes of this particular product. Well, any product in our ecosystem. We have a huge ecosystem. And if you want to receive more information, we need to focus on what I told you. We have 4 ways of making money for each of us personally and for the company in general. My today's objective is to tell you about the product so that you would understand how it works, what kind of value it brings to you, for you to be able to share that information with your friends and acquaintances, share that information in social media and attract buyers. When the company will make money out of it, we'll be able to make one more webinar, have more sales.
The more we sell, the more information will be provided. Okay, great. Give me 5 as the word or the figure of encouragement to all our interpreters for their great job they do. I'm really grateful to them. To date, on the market, the times are not very shining. But, you know, although the company faces a lot of challenges, it overcomes, but I'm sure that together we will take a great journey together higher and higher. And on the crypto market, all those who do not abandon their goals, their dreams, all those who do not sit idle on their sofas, but take some steps, take some actions, there will be a success. And I wish all good luck, and may the financial power stay with you. If you still have any questions, please scan this code, and then on YouTube there will be a link to the table where you can raise your questions, and we will answer these questions. These questions may be about smart portfolio or about the company, but if they pertain to the company, I will refer them to the relevant offices. Okay, thanks again. Bye-bye to all of you. Take care.